Ministry of Sport, Youth and National Service, the Deputy Minister of Labour, the Governor of Commerce Region and the Governor of Umsati Region, the Chairperson of the Regional Council of Umsati. I see there the Vice Chancellor of the University of Namibia. I understand the CEO of the Social Security Commission is here, and GIPF. The Deputy Minister of Sports and Youth knows that I always talk about Social Security Commission and GIPF when we talk about financing for the youth enterprises. So I'm happy to hear that they are here. Representative of other stakeholders who are already on board, such as the VPN. I hope that NANCU is also represented here, as well as private sector stakeholders. They need to be here. If they are not here, we should bring them on board as well. Other officials from government institutions, representatives of the youth enterprises that brought us here today, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. A very good morning to you all. It gives me great pleasure to be part of this event, the launching of Rural Youth Enterprises, which is part of the realization of our government commitment under the Harambee Prosperity Plan 1, as we have heard from the Deputy Minister, to develop 121 rural youth enterprises in all constituencies of our country. At the onset, I wish to applaud the Ministry of Sport, Youth and National Service and all stakeholders who made the launch of this crucial initiative possible. Vision 2030 recognizes youth development as an important cornerstone in the national efforts to achieve sustainable development, and one of the desired outcomes for the National Development Plan 5 is empowering of women and youth. In this regard, our government has initiated national interventions and adopted major action-oriented actions which are being implemented for the development of women and the youth. One such program introduced to promote youth empowerment is the establishment of 121 sustainable, competitive youth enterprises as a commitment made under Harambee Prosperity Plan under the youth pillar. The aims of this project is to create a minimum of 1,210 new direct, permanent and sustainable jobs for youth residing in rural and urban Namibia. Through the establishment and operationalization of the youth enterprises, the aim is also to stimulate the culture and spirit of entrepreneurship and job creation amongst our youth, and in turn develop a sustainable youth entrepreneurship program model. This will also create a space and opportunity for partnership between government and other stakeholders in the development of the youth-owned enterprises. I am pleased to note that the implementation of this initiative commenced with the relevant training with the assistance of the University of Namibia for the youth who are to participate in the youth enterprises from all our 14 regions. And that all the 121 rural youth enterprises have already been registered with the VIPA, with the NAMRA, with the Social Security Commission, and the Employment Equity Commission. And that the youth enterprises have been assisted to formulate their business plans, which have been completed. This comprehensive approach increases the chances for the success of the established enterprises because, as they say, if you don't plan, you are planning to fail. If you don't plan your affairs and you decide I'm just going to carry out a business without any business plan, then that business is likely to fail. The development of rural youth enterprises is part of our national development goals to grow the economy, create employment, and reduce poverty and inequality. But government alone cannot address all the development challenges that face our country. We need to work with partners from across the entire spectrum of society, including the private sector, civil society, faith-based organizations, development partners, and all the other stakeholders. And I therefore want to call on all the stakeholders in development in Namibia to work together in supporting the rural youth enterprises through funding. It should not be seen to be the exclusive responsibility of government and the government institutions to fund these enterprises, through mentorship to help them grow as entrepreneurs and to link them with the formal market, and through access to markets by taking up their products. So we would be happy to have some corporate entities in the private sector holding the hands of these young companies from the time that they start with their production, to not only make sure that their product find a place on the shelves, but also to help them to ensure that their products meet the necessary quality standards. And they would therefore be able to penetrate also markets beyond the borders of Namibia. As we have heard, the DBN has offered a soft loan, and I want to underline soft. We can't make money out of developing our youth, who are our future clients and the drivers of our economy. A soft loan of 8 million Namibian dollars that will fund 28 out of the 121 rural youth enterprises. And the beneficiary companies, I understand, were chosen from all the regions, 2 from each of the regions. I also understand that Liquafera, I wonder whether they are here. Is Liquafera here? Yeah. Oh, okay. That Liquafera, a non-financing scheme, has offered to share its experience in microfinance and also its wide network that covers the whole country to administer, or by administering the funding from DBN to the individual youth enterprises. I commend both DBN and Liquafera for responding to the call for support to empower our young people. I also want to thank UNAM for assisting to ensure that our young people are empowered with the necessary skills and knowledge to be able to successfully run these businesses. The activities of the 28 selected rural youth enterprises to be funded, I understand, cover the following areas: leatherworks, tailoring, cleaning, detergents, manufacturing. I want to emphasize this especially because government offices and ministries which use these products every day should be able to source them locally. Sometimes they say that there are no local producers. So youth enterprises, once you are able to meet the quality standards, report the ministries to me who are not sourcing from you, especially if you know where they are sourcing. Bring those products they are sourcing from outside and tell me which of the ministries are sourcing those from outside. And if they find that your products are short of meeting the quality standards, as I have said, the quality standards are not there to be used to exclude people from economic activities. I'm not saying that buy substandard products, but once you find that these products are short of meeting the quality standards, talk to the Ministry of Youth so that we can do something to make sure that they are able to meet the quality standards. They are also going to operate in the area of retail and bakery, internet cafe, they put in bracket ICT. I know that you guys are ICT savvy, so please use your skills. Printing, brick making, carpentry and joinery, event management, welding and fabrication, auto mechanics, and supply of building materials. I think these are all areas really that has a huge potential for success. Government itself is very much active and invests a lot of money in these industries. And I think it should be possible for us to, through offering a market to these products, help these businesses to succeed. The remaining 93 rural youth enterprises, of which 37, I understand, are agri-businesses, are yet to be funded. And that is where now we need to continue. DBN, don't say that I funded the 28 one, I'm done now. Continue to lead the pack and bring on board the private sector. I'm happy to hear that the Social Security is here and GIPF, because these are some of the institutions through which the Namibian public save. You know, we have a lot of poor people, but we have managed to accumulate savings through institutions. And GIPF is one of those institutions, and Social Security. I know they are very passionate, both of them, I see them agreeing with me. So even after this meeting, go to those people. The existing facilities offered by government for SMEs and graduates from tertiary education institutions are also open to youth enterprises. Don't think that only 8 million from DBN is available to you. So those other schemes are also open to you, and you may actually approach them for funding. And this includes the credit facility, the mentoring and venture capital facility, that is the DBN, the credit guarantee schemes, and the skills-based lending for graduates of tertiary education institutions, also administered by DBN. Further, under the public procurement program, tenders under a set threshold are reserved for local companies, SMEs, youth, and women-owned enterprises. So there is also a potential market for you there. To the beneficiary youth, now I want to say that I want to encourage you to make optimal use of all of these facilities. I also want to encourage you to optimize opportunities offered by digitalization, as opportunities in this area are lucrative, and digitalization is indeed the future of business in life in general. I also want you as new entrepreneurs to be prepared to stay the course and nurture your businesses to become large and successful, and not to aim for a quick profit. Don't rush to go and buy a new car when your company makes profit. I don't want to hear you fighting over your profit, because that's what happened. You come to ask for opportunities, presenting yourself as a united team. The moment the first paycheck comes in, you are enemies and you are fighting. You are coming to the Prime Minister, this one took all the money, and. So please don't see this as an opportunity to make money, but see it as an opportunity to help grow the economy and play your historical role the way that actually our forebears, they play their historical role very well. As many of you have benefited from training and skills development programs, I encourage you to engage in innovation and value addition, because you, unlike your forebears, are now educated. Our fathers used to just sell small things riding on bicycles. Now you guys have university degrees, and you can actually manufacture products which you are now buying from outside. So actually we place all our hope in you as young people to take forward Namibia to the destination that we dream for it to be. As a government, we cannot promise you smooth sailing in this initiative. We don't say that it's easy to run a business, but we assure you of our full commitment to work with you on this exciting journey to become successful entrepreneurs and key stakeholders in our economies, being both drivers and benefactors of the benefits from our economy. Seize every opportunity that comes your way and give it your very best efforts. Remember, every mistake, and there will be many mistakes that you make, every mistake is an opportunity to learn new lessons that will help you to become successful. So whenever you fall, pick yourself up and move right forward. Only where there is persistence can be success. I want to commend you for standing up to be counted amongst the pioneers under these initiatives and take charge of your own development. I also want to commend the ministry responsible for youth, the University of Namibia, the DBN, and the PAFERA for their efforts that made the launch of this initiative today a reality. I call on other stakeholders to come on board this strategic initiative and help transform the lives of our youth and our country in turn. It is now my singular honor to declare the launch of the Rural Youth Enterprises, or rather to declare the Rural Youth Enterprises officially launched. I wish all of you success. Thank you very much.